All right, y'all. Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. Oh man, it's big news right here, man. Kyrie Irving has been traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Who would have thought after this great start to the season that this would end like this? What are y'all thoughts on this at this current time?
Um, Personally, and I just wrote a story on this like maybe like 30 minutes ago for our newspaper, but and the title of it was "Who was the winners and losers of the Kyrie trade?" And you know, as I said in the story, I think it's kind of too early to determine who was the winner or loser out of the situation. Well, the winner. It's kind of too early to determine that because we haven't seen Luka and Kyrie be able to be on the floor together, so we don't know how they're gonna play as two ball dominant, guards in this league. But I think it will be interesting to see how it works, just to see who's going to kind of take that back seat in terms of scoring, which I think it will be Luka because Luka he likes he likes to pass the ball. Like he was a team first guy. I just think Luka was scoring them points just because he had to. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no help. So with him having a star on side of him like Kyrie that'll be able to go get a bucket whenever they need him to, give him an extra boost in the scoring aspect, I think it'll be good for Dallas in that aspect. But like Dallas, they got Marquis Morris in the trade, but their bench is still kind of weak, because they gave away Dinwiddie, which was a good asset, and Dorian Finney-Smith, who was a good defensive player for them. So I just think that it'll be interesting to see how it works. But as I said in the article, I do think the one loser in this trade, and most people probably think I'm gonna say the Brooklyn Nets, but I actually think it's KD, just because the fact that KD went to Brooklyn to play with Kyrie, and then they get James Harden, and then the Nets offer all three of them long term extensions, and KD's the only one that signed it. So if I'm KD, that's kind of like the writing on the wall for me that everything's going south because these boys ain't committing to playing with me long term, and I think he's a loser in the trade because now he's the last man standing, and he kind of got to do it by himself all over again. You know what I'm saying? But I think not Kyrie, Cam Thomas being able to play more, and we're gonna talk about this a little more, but him being able to play more and being able to score, I think he's gonna help KD out a lot in that aspect. But I do like the pieces that Brooklyn got back for Kyrie in terms of Finney Smith and Dinwiddie. They're some good additions, but I do think losing Kyrie does hurt their chances of being a championship team. Just a little. You gonna always have a shot with KD, but losing a player like Kyrie, that's gonna be tough.
Um, I had to disagree a little bit with the biggest loser being KD. I think the biggest loser is the Nets because they getting back basically nothing for Kyrie. But they don't got the caliber of player that they trade away. Um, Spence Dinwiddie ain't no pushover, but he for sure ain't no Kyrie. And just KD, like he like this who I traded Kyrie for. Like I'd be mad if I was KD, but KD, this kind of his fault because he wanted everybody to come play with him, trying to do what LeBron do. He can't. It's a system thing. You got to work out in the system, not just the player. So you can't just want to play with your homeboys. You got to learn their play styles and see if that's a good fit for you. And you can try it out. And so it might not always work as you see with the James Harden and the Kyrie. Even when he was with the Warriors, he could have stayed easily, but I don't think he was ready for like everything to come with it. So I think that's why he wanted to move on and eventually end on the Nets. But with Dallas, I think it's a good fit. But it's like you said, you don't know how it's gonna play out because they two ball dominant players, and I think Luka. I don't think Luka will take a back seat because it's his team. So I think that might cause some frustration because Kyrie want the ball and he want to score, but like say the last it's the buzzer beat time. Buzzer beat time. You think Kyrie go pass the ball to Luka? I don't think so. If Luka got the ball in hand, you think he go pass to Kyrie?
I think he will. I
Only if
think
he
he
hit
will.
double team, but not if he hot. You know what I'm saying? But if he hot, you know what I'm saying. But if they both having a good game, who will take the last shot?
But we always get caught up in who gonna take the last shot. Because it was recently somebody that just got traded, and then everybody was like, well, who gonna take the last shot? I just don't. I think that we make a bigger deal about who gonna take the last shot more than it really is. You know what I'm saying? Just because of some fact, you know, as a player of Kyrie's caliber, I wouldn't be mad if Luka took the last shot because I know the type of player Luka is. I know that he's that dude. So like him not taking the last shot wouldn't upset me if we get a good shot out of it. You know what I'm saying? But like I also know I can take that shot too if I'm Kyrie. So really, it wouldn't really affect me in that type of way just because I know the type of player Luka is. And maybe they think like that, or maybe they think the way you think. We don't know. So that's the part that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, another thing, they don't have the relationship that Kyrie and KD had. Where you seen that moment when KD was like, "Yeah, go give it to Kyrie. I trust him." Him and Luka, Kyrie and Luka, we don't know how close they is, but I know that as close as KD and Kyrie was. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see how that thing go play out. But let's see what you guys say about the Brax.
So, like I was saying, I do think it's kind of early, but I will say I kind of disagree with both of y'all. I think the Nets are in a better position than y'all think. Just getting Dinwiddie back and KD, I think that just it'll be addition by subtraction. The fact that Kyrie is gone, I feel like they won't be as lethal as they were, but I do think the team will be able to function and they will be on a decent path to compete. I feel like we forgetting that they are getting a lethal scorer in Spencer Dinwiddie, and they are getting a great defensive player in Dorian Finney-Smith.
Great.
He was their best. He was the Mavs' best defender. So you can make fun of him for saying great.
I agree with the Dorian Finney-Smith take, but at least scorer and Dinwiddie.
He lethal. Come on, bro. Be real.
Lethal scorer. Yeah, lethal scorer.
Not any moment, bro.
He can go get 30 at any moment.
Not any moment. He can get 15.
I literally just
15?
watched the game. He could go get 30.
He can't, bro.
He can get 30. But that's besides the point. The point is the team is going to be relevant. They're going to be just fine. And then you also forgetting that they got this frees up a little bit more for Ben Simmons. I know this is funny, but it frees up a little bit more for Ben Simmons to kind of play that point guard role. So this could be a good situation for both sides. It could be a good situation.
Yeah. I mean, we just gonna have to wait it out and see. But moving on to other big news, Steph got injured, what that was last week, knee injury, and they say he's gonna be out through the All-Star break. So quick takes, would y'all rather De'Aaron Fox or Anthony Edwards take his spot?
I think De'Aaron Fox definitely deserves it. He shouldn't have been on a reserve list, or he should have been. I want to say starter, but just because of the year he having, but he definitely should have been on the bench at least. And just to see him get snubbed, that was heartbreaking for me because he definitely deserved it, and there should be no question. So Anthony having a great season too, but if we had to pick from two, I definitely got to give it to De'Aaron Fox.
I guess I'll give it to De'Aaron Fox, but if I'm talking about my personal opinion, I would rather see Anthony Edwards in there just because of the type of player that he is. I like watching his game a little bit more. It's a little bit more flashy, but it's All-Star game, so that's the type of stuff I want to see. But just to let y'all know, I probably won't be watching this All-Star game because ain't nobody playing. It's all injured people. But
as long as Brian in there, I'm watching.
It's all it means to me.
But if I had to choose, I'd choose De'Aaron Fox too, just because he got his team winning, more than Anthony Edwards got the Timberwolves winning. And I just think, he's been balling. We've seen a big improvement from him this year. So I would pick De'Aaron Fox over Anthony Edwards for sure. Cam Thomas has, with the Kyrie being gone, he has had 40-point games, back-to-back games. So y'all think Cam Thomas is free to play his game now in the eyes of the Nets coaching staff?
I think so. I think we finally seeing him being unleashed and playing his game, like no boundaries. He don't got to play behind anyone. He don't got to worry about going to the bench and looking over there. If he misses a shot, he coming out. He can shoot as many balls as he want, miss as many shots as he want, just get into his bag and do his thing. And you see what the results what's happening now. So I'm glad he finally getting his shot and his opportunity.
Yeah, that's kind of the beauty of moments like this is that you get to see those rotational players kind of get some shine that they wouldn't normally get in this situation. I feel like it's opened up an area and a need for them to have him playing like this, and so I only expect more of it to come.
Yeah, same here. I just think that's the type of player Cam is. Cam, he gonna get a bucket. He might not play defense, but he gonna get a bucket for sure. So I think that they just need to let him play his game and let him do him because he gonna add that spark to the team and get them points. Um, but I would say that yeah, you really just gotta let him play do his thing and let him be him really because that's the only way he know how to be. Yeah. All right. After this, we got our interview with Mark Evans coming up, NFL draft prospect. Y'all don't want to miss it. Welcome to the World of Sports. Like we said, we were gonna try to keep these guests rolling in for y'all, and we're gonna keep our promise and let y'all know we got a new guest come here today. So the floor is yours, Eddie.
So today we have another special guest. Today we're honored to have Mark Evans II. He's a four-time starter on Arkansas Pine Bluff, Offensive Lineman of the Year. He has allowed just 5 sacks and nearly 1,900 snaps, which is great odds in my opinion. I played with him since middle school, high school. Great dude, and we're glad to have him on the show today. So, Mark, good to have you.
Glad to be on here, man.
My first question for you is just like Eddie said, you're a 4-time starter. So I just want to know what it was like to come in as a true freshman and, be able to start on an offensive line right away.
Well, coming in, I was predicted to be a right guard. So, I actually was like in a third string lineup and stuff like that. So I was third string right guard doing fall camp and everything, Went through fall camp, I didn't move up and like that. But, a week before our first game, our left tackle got hurt. So, with me playing tackle in high school and all that, I got switched to left tackle. So, they kind of threw me in the fire. I just kind of went out there and did my thing. Every year I just kind of, progressed. I just started since then. So that's kind of the whole process of that.
All right. I seen you receive honors like, HBCU All-American and first team All-SWAC, that kind of stuff. So I just want to know, like, what did receiving those honors mean to you personally?
To me personally, it was good to receive those honors, but once I got them, it was always to me like, what's next? So after I received something, I celebrated for like a day or two, and after that, I was done with it, looking forward to what I can get next.
Yeah, for sure. What does it mean to you to be able to get a combine invite as an HBCU player? Considering that a lot of players from HBCUs don't get those type of opportunities.
To me, it's a big opportunity, just because, our players don't really have that exposure like that. So to be able to, showcase my talent and athleticism on the stage like that is just amazing, I'm ready for all the HBCU players, everybody don't get a shot like this. So, I hope I got my shot. So, I'm not going to, try to waste it, like that.
Yeah, for sure. And my last question, just detail like what your pre-draft process been like, in terms of the Senior Bowl and getting ready for the combine, that type of thing.
All right, so my pre-draft process really been long. I got once the season was over, I was already focused on training. I was trying to get the early training, and how I know it can help move me up in this process and all like that. So I got out here in December. Ever since then I've been training ever since. It's been kind of been wrapped up. I say wrapped up January when all the other players came in. Been working out 3 times a day. Just lifting. Combine, doing the combine drills and all that, and also working on skill work and that type of stuff too. So, all that just tied in, trying to eat right, trying to gain weight and all that type of stuff. So all those things tied in right now, also, I had an invite to the Strong Bowl. So, I just got back from that last week. So, that was good. That was another good opportunity to go out there and showcase what I could do, on a larger stage. Just going out there, switching my position from left tackle to having to play right guard and center and left guard, just playing all those positions, is something new to me. So, I feel like I went out there, I just try to, showcase that I can, be more than a one-trick pony and do my thing. Just try to, move in the draft process.
All right, so I have a question more so on the mental aspects of it. With the offensive line, I feel like it's a lot of pressure on them just to kind of, be perfect all the time from like fans and stuff. People watching the game, they expect the offense to just flow and stuff, and y'all are the centerpiece of that. How do you handle that pressure just every week going out and playing?
Well, every week, I'm not worried about what everybody got to say. I'm just worried about, the teammate. If I'm out there doing my job, it's for the team. I'm putting the team first for anything. I'm not really going out there worrying about, what the fans going to say if we mess up like that. Because, nobody's perfect. But, offensive line, if they mess up and get a sack or something like that, they the only ones that getting screwed now. You're not getting the glory, but you getting all the hate. So, that's the kind of thing, I don't really try to go out there and worry about that. I just try to go out there and play my best game. I'm playing for my brothers and everybody next to me. So that's kind of my mindset when I'm going out there and playing.
I will also say like the offensive line is kind of like a team within the team. Would you say that chemistry is a big thing that you feel like is important to that situation?
Yeah, chemistry is a big thing. It's really in all, it's 5 people playing as one. So it's 5 as one, and that thing. So if somebody ain't doing their job, but everybody else does their job, the play still don't work. All it takes is one person to not do their job to run the whole play. So chemistry is definitely a big thing you got to have playing offensive line because, at the end of the day, they probably the most tightest group on the whole team. They usually the most funniest, the coolest and all that. So, playing offensive line is just, a whole brotherhood in itself.
And then I know that you're set to go to the NFL draft. Is there anybody that you're looking forward to playing up against?
Nah, not really. I'll just be happy to get the opportunity to play. But my brother, he coming up, and so if I got a chance to play him again, that'll be something crazy. What you make face for?
Hey man,
You already know what I did to you, so I don't know why you laughing.
No, man.
Do I gotta bring up the reason?
Know what I did to you, bro.
Let me tell you the story. So we back, right?
Don't tell them the story because you finna sit up there and tell them a whole lot, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm keep 100. So look, we doing a reach drill. He on offense, I'm on defense. So the point of the drill is for him to try to get on my outside and for me and to reach me. And my job is to not let him get on the outside and extend and not let him get to the outside. So for the first 2 plays, right, he didn't reach me. Not a surprise, right?
The first play I don't reach you because I was just chilling. But once coach said, "Hey, coach,
can I finish?
Watch this real quick." And once he came and watched, I packaged and put you on your back. So don't even sit up there and lie, bro.
After you done lying? All right. So after the first 2 snaps, which I won, the coach.
I wasn't even going for real, bro. I was just chilling, bro. We was just having fun.
Right? I was having a great time. I would have a great time working them. So our coach that was assigned to us on that drill, played up to the other coach. He said, "Hey, look over here. Eddie over here doing Mark up."
Once he said that,
at this point,
I put you on your back. Once he said it in front of everybody, so it don't matter, bro.
Listen. All right, so when he blew the whistle, I would take my first step and I slipped, and I was already on the knee.
He one of them people that's gonna sit up there.
He did not put my back. I heard he got up, and he reached me. That's it.
Put it on something. Put it on something.
Everything.
You got it there.
I wish they had the cameras to see this.
I got footage. Chill out, bro.
I got my iPad right here, bro. I'll put it up right now, bro. All right, boy.
I got 3 questions for you, Mark. So, how would you describe your collegiate career thus far?
My collegiate career, thus far, it's over with. So, I would say, I feel like, I left my legacy at Arkansas Pine Bluff, with just all the accolades I did. But, something I really want to do that I didn't get a chance to do was win a championship. I always wanted to go there and, win a championship because, playing football, at C. King and stuff, we never won no state championship and like that. So, I just wanted to always have the opportunity to, go win a championship or something like that, just for the team, because I feel like individual accolades, they cool, but, I'd rather have that as a team. So,
yeah. Describe what it means to you to be a part of HBCU and to not only play for it, but go to the HBCU. What it feel like?
To me, that's a big opportunity. That's a big opportunity. I feel like it's nothing better than playing for your people. The whole vibes and the whole, like kind of the whole atmosphere you get playing at HBCU is nothing like it. The fans on Saturday, the bands, everything. Everything is just like it's Black culture. And nothing better than being a part of that. I feel like just having a chance to play and the opportunity to play is just a big blessing for me. It also gave me a lot of knowledge about my culture, my history, and everything. Because I didn't have a chance to really just know what HBCU was and all that. So, when I got a chance to go, I feel like I learned a lot about my school, all the importance behind going to a historically Black college and university.
All right. What are you most excited for in the future?
Most excited for it in the future, just to keep on playing ball. Man, everybody don't get a chance to do this. So, just had a chance to, go out there and keep playing ball and get paid for it. That's something I'm looking forward to.
All right, I can't wait to see you do that. What are some of the biggest things that you have overcome, not only in college but in your life, in your opinion?
My life, Hurricane Harvey was something that was real, real big. Coming around, that happened during, my senior season. That was kind of important season for me, with recruiting and everything, to have that just kind of come, and just kind of get in the way of everything and just kind of, being homeless, going through that process was just a little crazy, because you went through it too as well. So you know how it was, just kind of not knowing where you was going to stay, your next step, We was homeless for throughout the whole season. So, we was getting up early, getting home real, real late, and then you're not getting recruited. So, you stressed off from that, it's just like, it was just a lot of stuff that went into that. So, to be able to, be where I'm at today, looking back, how far I came, it was just amazing, just to, kind of, and eventually like prove everybody wrong that was doubting me and stuff like that, just to be on this stage, just crazy, just coming from how far I came.
All right, last question for you. Who is Mark Evans?
Who is Mark Evans? Is that a rhetorical question? No, I'm just playing. Mark Evans, he is a family man. He an uncle. He a brother. He's a son. He's a learner. He's a football player, but he's more than that. Football player. He's an athlete. A real dude. I mean, I ain't really just got no thorough, words and nothing like that, but that's who I am. I'm me at the end of the day. So,
hey man, that's a lot of questions I have for you. I have any more questions for him?
Nah, bro. It's a pleasure. Thank you for allowing us to, interview you, bro.
Oh no, it's a pleasure to be on y'all show, bro. I'll do this anytime. Especially for my boy Eddie. I gotta support my boy.
Love.
Well, I wish you much success in your career, man. I hope to see you on the TV someday, man. I can't wait to see what you got coming up ahead.
Yo.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Now it's time for the best part of the show with the Black Spotlight. I'll go ahead and start by giving my Black Spotlight to Harriet Tubman. Just want to pay homage to her during Black History Month. She did a lot for our people, helping a lot of slaves get through and be free. Without her, then we don't know where a lot of Black people would be today. So that's who I'm giving my flowers to today. We can go next by giving John Black Spotlight.
All right. Well, since Eddie ain't do it, I guess I'll be the one to do it. I'm gonna spotlight Brian at least one more time before he break the record. In my opinion, I think the record going down tonight, but if it don't go down till Thursday, I still want to give him his props just because of the simple fact is, he came in the league as a pass first guy. He was never meant to be a scorer, and for him to be able to do this and play, 20 plus years in the league and be able to eclipse, what a lot of people think is the ultimate individual achievement when we talk about basketball, I just think it's good and it's great for him and it's great for Black people as a whole to be able to see, this type of dude who's been the ultimate role model on and off the court be able to do this. So that's just, I want to give his props to that. And I look forward to seeing him break it either tonight or Thursday night.
Well, not to counteract what John just said, but I'm gonna give my Black Spotlight to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just for the simple fact, I know y'all laughing, but just for the simple fact, I mean, he's held this record for this long, and like today or when the next game that they have is going to end, and I don't hope that we don't forget just just how powerful that his performance was. He was a leading scorer for so long. We never thought anybody was ever going to touch this record, and I don't know how he's feeling right now, but I want to give him some props right now while it still lasts. So.
I can say
he had it for 40 years. He ought to be ready to give it up.
Yeah.
He don't like LeBron either, so he's salty.
Yeah, you be hating on my dog.
We end our Black Spotlight session out with Mark giving his. So who you got today for us, Mark?
All right, I'll give mine to Jackie Robinson just to keep the sports thing going. Jackie Robinson came in, he broke the color barrier in baseball in a predominantly white league, being the first African-American baseball player to come in. So, I really ain't got much facts, but, without Jackie, you're going to have players like, Ken Griffey Jr., dudes like that. So kudos, Jackie Robinson. Shout out Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that's all we got for this week. But stay tuned to next week. We're gonna continue to try to get these guests coming in for y'all, you know. Once again, thanks to Mark for stopping by and letting us interview him. You know, and good luck to you, bro. Much love going into the draft.
I appreciate y'all. Good luck to y'all too, man.